Hello and welcome to Stroke by Stroke. Today there is a big windstorm, but it is warm. My body does not like all of this up and down with the weather, but I have a window near me open, so let's see if that creates chaos. All right, today is just another little test, much shorter than yesterday's video. One thing I forgot to do when I was testing these Aquafine and the new colors of the FW, both Daler-Rowney, I forgot to see what happens if I spritz it. So, and I have discovered that my autofocus goes insane, and so I like to put something there that it can actually focus on. So with that said, I'm just gonna dive in and let's see what happens. This is my phthalo blue, my ultramarine blue dark, I'll use the fluorescent green FW acrylic ink, and I'm going to use the Snow White Apple Barrel matte white acrylic paint. So, and that was a lot. Haven't quite figured those out yet, but that's okay. And then over here, I am going to do sepia, which is also the acrylic ink. And also, where'd it go? Burnt umber. Right. And the burnt umber is a watercolor ink. And I discovered yesterday that the difference between acrylic and watercolor ink is the fact that the watercolor ink, you can reactivate it with water. The acrylic ink is like acrylic paint, and you can't do that. So I'm just gonna use my Hake brush here, and I'm just gonna move stuff around. Cool. I just love the patterns it creates because they are just gloriously beautiful. I mean, look at that cell structure that happened. That is really, really makes me very happy. And I actually, see, I with the mineral paper, a purist would use alcohol on the paper and let it dry before, so you don't get weird little things like these dots. You know, if your fingers have touched it, it might make a resist. I don't do that because I like the chaos. But that's just my personal choice. If you're following me along on videos and stuff, you get to make your own choices. And I think that's fantastic, personally. You know, and I do encourage you, if you are at all interested in sharing anything you might make by watching these or trying anything, you know, you can always shoot me a message, and I will, I'm going to put over the video right this minute, I am going to put my stroke@yahoo.com email address. Feel free to send me things, because I am happy to do videos showing off your work. Now I'm gonna spritz. This is just the El Cheapo bottle I got at Walmart, and the beautiful part about it is I can change the, you know, most of them are like this. You can change the spray pattern, you know, coarse to fine, and I really like the way it just goes blip. So let's see if this does anything. Oh yeah. I was really hoping it would. And I'm going to come in with the phthalo blue and just do little tiny dots. And this is a watercolor, so and I really do like using these are super cheap. I got them at Walmart. The small ones here, the 2 ounce, are 58 cents right now, and you can't beat that. And it does an interesting, like, surface tension reaction. It reminds me a little bit of some of the stuff that happens if you are pouring paint. And that's very similar to this, just using different materials and different techniques. So I'm sure you can probably see the wind, or hear the wind. Might be able to see the wind. If you're outside right now or looking out a window, you would certainly see the wind. No doubt about that whatsoever. And thank you to everyone who is leaving comments and stuff on my images. Even if you don't like them, that's perfectly fine. I like to know what other people think of the images. And if a bunch of people don't like something, and it, you know, is something that I want to change too, I'm happy to do that. But just know that I am not, I will do what I want to do. And I don't mean that in a an offensive or, whew, there's that wind, antagonistic way at all. That's not at all what I mean. I just mean that, you know, if I want to do something and it doesn't quite fit with public opinion, I do want to know the opinion, but frankly, I'm gonna do what I want, so, because that's what I almost always do. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, and a tip, by the way, because this one is a cadmium yellow hue, and there are some other cadmium colors that I have, that I use. I have a cat who, her name is Chloe, and her favorite thing is to drink out of the aquariums or my paint water. And if I have cadmium in the water and she drinks it, that is extremely toxic, for not just cats, for any consumption of a living creature, I believe. So, you know, I am very bad at leaving my old paint water around, and also, not a good thing, but true, of leaving my brushes in the water as well. Because when I get done with art, sometimes I just walk away. And I don't know if that's just who I am, if I'm lazy, whatever. but it's something that happens. So, word to the wise, not a good idea if you have silly creatures who are going to do silly things, because, yeah, it can really hurt them. So put it out of reach of animals. And if you have children. So yeah. Boy, I'm gonna do a few zoom ins like I did in the last video so that you can see some of the beautiful stuff that is happening here. I mean, it's just stunning. And it makes me very, very happy. And my dog and the cats are a little bit crazy today because of all the weather, the wind. Boy, that was right on cue. Okay. So yeah, that is definitely a thing today. So let's help out the wind. I'm getting my hairdryer. So let's see if I can destroy anything with it. Whoa. That was not intended. Didn't get a very good seal. Alright, let's see if I can get this sealed back down somehow. Because it probably isn't showing in the video, but there is a hump where the end is stuck in a little bit, but not the center. And that's not a good thing at all. Alright, now I'm just going to use a brush and some water here just to try and seal these edges. You see, with the mineral paint, or mineral paper, water will actually adhere it to glass. So that's why I use an old shelf that I no longer have the curio cabinet. But I do have two shelves, actually. And they come in very handy for situations kind of like this. So, alright, it's not perfect, but maybe it will work with me here for the hairdryer. I'm gonna spritz again because it worked really well in these areas here when it was still wet. So now that it's mostly dry, let's see. So one thing I've discovered when I spritz and want this kind of texture, which is very similar to using salt on paper, which I haven't tried yet with the mineral paper, but with cellulose or cotton paper, it does some beautiful stuff. But this does something similar, but only when the paint is still wet, apparently, because I didn't get much of anything. So, interesting information. And last but not least, I'm going to come in here with some of the silver watercolor. Let's just see what this does. well, it's crunchy. Okay, and now I'm going to keep this, I'm going to block this up here and use my hair dryer. Okay, that did not do what I was hoping it would do, but now I know. This is something I'm probably going to have to put into a palette and use a brush. But that's okay. That's why I'm doing this. Let's see here. Let's do ivory black next. And this is also watercolor ink. I'm gonna make sure that's still in the frame because I've been moving it around a bit. Yep. All right, I'm gonna move it down just a hair. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna use the FW acrylic ink now. That was just a teeny tiny little bit. And then this is a silicone shaper. And spirals are one of the shapes, kind of like the branches from yesterday's tutorial or video. I don't know how tutorial-y things are for you guys, but I got thinking about that and completely forgot. Oh yeah, doing a spiral is a very soothing thing for me, so I tend to do them often. One thing I have noticed that happens a bit is bubbles that come out of the dropper, but I'm honestly not worried about it. Okay, and just like yesterday's image, this has become, even though I painted it in landscape orientation, it's actually, the image is telling me, oh, I don't know if you can see the shimmer there, but that's glorious. Wasn't, I guess, expecting that. Okay, so I'm gonna do some work around here. Yep, that's good enough. Okay. And so now I'm gonna come over here to the cadmium hue. It's yellow. And I'm going to actually find something to use because, of course, all my things are okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna put a little bit of it right here because I want to dilute it quite a bit. And that's just a little teeny tiny drop. I don't know if that's in the frame, but and this is a long filbert, and it's a size 6. So, and because there is blue in the water, this is actually turning into a green, which, okay. So let's see what happens if I just... Boy, you can sure hear the things in the wind, can't you? I mean, I don't know if you can, but I sure can. And now I'm going to use a little bit of the China white, or Chinese white. This is also watercolor, so unlike the FW, this stays malleable or reactivated, whatever. I'm not sure what terms to use there, but it's all right. Okay. Ooh, that was a big, getting some big gusts. They're actually saying that there could be tornadic activity today, and you know, I'm on the edge of the area, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't really looked, but yeah. And then overnight and into tomorrow morning, I guess we're supposed to maybe get some snow. So Mother Nature and I are we can't make up our minds, can we? And now I'm coming back to the silver here, but I'm actually just putting a little tiny bit. I'm using this as, whoops, hello, I stuck my finger right in it. Anyway, that's my palette for right now, because my other palettes are all dirty. And I have no idea if that was enough to do anything. My body does not like this weather, I tell you. Pretty much everybody I know that has chronic pain problems in my area is not having a great day. And I have discovered that when it gets cold, when it's windy, is when it really hurts me. So I'm doing this now because I may not be functional later. So now that's dry. I'm gonna come in with one of my silver gel pens. For some reason this is giving me like womb or embryo or, you know, something like that kind of vibes, but kind of alien, but definitely something gestating. You know, I think I'm happy with this image now, so let me see if I can make it shimmer. It is to my eye, but I don't know if that's picking up in the camera. But anyway, this has been Stroke by Stroke. I've learned a lot, primarily that if I want to use these things with the spritz of water to get this kind of effect here, I need to do it when it's still wet. So, good to know. All right, this has been Stroke by Stroke. Do what makes you happy, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Until we meet again, my friends, be well.